Moving on to topic one, the puzzle of U.S. Saudi ties. Richard, you sent this article over this morning. It's on sustg.com from Jon Alterman from the Center for Strategic and International Studies, CSIS. Reputable DC think tank published a commentary on the puzzle. It begins, by most accounts, the Biden administration is pleased with the results of its policy towards Saudi Arabia. But, Alterman says, the Saudis seem less satisfied. They feel the Biden team has pocketed their efforts at partnership and has given little in return. Richard, could you talk more about what's in this piece and what Alterman gets right here?
Yeah, we're going to have to call this segment Jon Alterman is smart. And I don't know if he's smart, because I agree with him. It's all about me. So, if he's saying things that I agree with. But, we know CSIS well. They are a globally respected think tank, and I think they do a lot of good work. Our group, Saudi U.S. Trade Group, is a small group, and we tend to partner with people. We've partnered with CSIS. You remember when we brought Minister of Commerce, Dr. Majid Al-Kasabi, over and took him over to CSIS. But I think John hits it here. And I was reading this, and I was nodding my head. Yes. And it's something that we emphasize all the time. And that is, what do you want to see from Saudi Arabia? And are you invested in their success, the success of the country? So I am going to read this. And so you finished off, the Saudis seem less satisfied, though. They feel the Biden team has pocketed their efforts in partnership and given little in return. The next thing he says, they also express wonderment that the kingdom is undergoing a deeper transformation in economics and society than any in the country's history, and it is happening at a breakneck pace. Yet their closest and most important partner neither notices or cares. Common theme, and we understand the outcry and the outrage over the Khashoggi. We understand that the quagmire that Yemen is. But the Saudis are saying, look what we're doing. Look what we're trying to do. Can we get some help here, some backup and support here? Let me read a couple other passages again, because I think this hits on so many things that we talk about on a regular basis, Lucian. And it just these themes we really hear over and over. The 9/11 attacks shook the bargain. The growing divergence between oil security and energy security makes the future of the relationship even more uncertain. Saudis know this, and the government is vigorously trying to change the kingdom to meet the challenges of the new century. Whether it is going about it the right way and whether it will be successful are two separate questions. What seems beyond doubt is that Saudi Arabia is in transition to something new. Again, referring to a common theme here, we refer to it as experiment, and maybe that's inappropriate, but I call it an experiment because we don't know the outcome, but it's an extraordinary experiment. And to the next thing that John hits, while many Americans profess indifference, the United States does have an interest in facilitating the Middle East transition to more diversified economies. It has an interest, too, in encouraging its partners to have more open societies that will be resilient in the face of global change. Not all of Saudi Arabia's potential partners have much interest in either. For the Saudis, this will be hard work. It will take decades. The time is now to make it a central part of U.S. strategy toward the region. And he adds, this is important not only because of Saudi Arabia, but also because the Saudis have broad influence throughout the region, throughout the Middle East, deep pockets, and a leadership that is serious about change. But the change underway in Saudi Arabia is about more than the leadership. Saudi youth are energized about redefining their country and its role in the world. So, again, you can see me nodding, as I'm going through reading this and going, preach, John, because I think he hits it on the head. And one more thing, and I'll finish with this. 5 years ago, it was common to hear people in Washington say, we have to ensure Mohammed bin Salman succeeds. After the murder of Jamal Khashoggi, the harassment of other critics of the leadership, a ruinous war in Yemen, and a series of other seemingly impetuous moves by the Crown Prince, that sentiment has become rare. But it was always correct to see it as important to U.S. interests that Saudi Arabia succeeds, as well as other countries in the region. So the point being is as the Saudis are concerned about, the U.S. looking elsewhere and getting diverted from its focus on the Middle East, and they're also concerned that with oil independence on the part of the U.S., that some of these ties may be compromised. And what Jon is saying, what we say repeatedly is that, look, the Saudi Arabia's success is now tied into other things, and the U.S. should be supportive of this. And I should add, the current Minister of Investment, Khalid Al-Faleh, and former head of Aramco, former head of Ministry of Energy head, is in the U.S. right now. He was just spoke at the Milken Institute. He's beginning coming to the East Coast. He'll be meeting with corporations, government officials, and he'll be talking about the national investment strategy that was just announced, because the Saudis desperately want and are seeking and are trying to promote a regulatory environment that attracts foreign investment. So the Saudi Minister of Investment is in town. It's in Washington, is in the U.S., talking about this actual thing. He's saying, look, get invested in what we're trying to do. We really want the U.S. as a partner. You're our preferred partner. Let's evolve the relationship to helping us succeed in what we're trying to succeed at, which is the next generation, the next step. So anyway, again, this is Jon Alterman is smart, as the 966 perceives it. But I thought it was an interesting article, and mostly, again, because it echoes so much of what we talk about.
Indeed. And you're going to get, when you subscribe to Sustig's news review, which is our daily newsletter, sustg.com/the review. If you go there and subscribe, you're going to get articles like this curated and sent to your inbox every day. That was one of the best we've seen in a while. So that's great. Yeah. Al-Faleh is in DC right now. He visited our friends at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce yesterday. So it's great to see him touting investment opportunities in the kingdom.